Well, hi, everybody. I am so happy to have you here today, and nobody got deterred by the rain or the ice on the East Coast, so thank you very much. This is what I'm going to ripple through, just some things about how the day is going to flow so that you're ready for all the great presenters that we have later on. I'd like to start off by thanking our sponsors today, because without our sponsors, we wouldn't be having this bigger and better summit. Last year, Ray said that we were going to have 1,000 people this year, and I just about had a heart attack. Instead, we have close to 200, so we have a lot more people than last year. We've opened it up. So I'd like to thank the Maria and Robert Kelly Stewardship, and if the sponsors could please stand as I say their names. We really are very happy with the sponsorship. Thank you. The Maria and Robert Kelly Stewardship is committed to protecting trees and quality of life in our neighborhoods. And they really recognize the critical role of trees as in the template for healthy neighborhoods. And then, our gold sponsors this year. We have the Sacramento Metropolitan Air Quality District. Please stand as I call, and everybody just stand up. So Charles Anderson. We also have Davie Resource Group with Dana Karcher and Tina McKean. We have McDonald's, we have Clay Merrill, and Amanda Bukowski, and Sierra Health Foundation. And I'm not sure if they're here yet. So thank you very much. See the mix. We really appreciate the diversity of people that are sponsoring our meetings, because we have health professionals, and we have air quality districts, some of whom have been long-term sponsors and some of whom are brand new. And we think everybody has to be at the table in this discussion. Our silver sponsors, we have Anthem Blue Cross, new, and then SMUD, who's been with us for years. So if Anthem Blue Cross is here, and Misha from SMUD, please stand up. And as Ray mentioned, we have listed research sponsors, because CAL FIRE and the USDA Forest Service have been incredible with letting us do some of this leading-edge research. Thank you. Thank you very much. So you can see we have a lot of people coming today, and I've been thinking about this meeting and it being Venn diagrams for days, for weeks. And so all of these different groups have different expertises, and you're here to mix it up today. And that's why these groups are touching. And as you know, genius is often the result of combining two disparate objects or unlike objects. Well, we're here to do that today. California Endowment has got a new logo. Tony Eiton's going to talk about it too. But I looked at it and I said, wow, they should do PR for the Tree Foundation. Look at that. That's good. And then this is another thing. Last year I talked about how we have to think about, last year I talked about how we have to think about how important trees are. I'm not going to do that today, because we have people who are going to do that for me. Last year I quoted Anthony Eiton. This year he's here. I really like how that works. We have to ask for Obama for next year, maybe. I know. So this particular picture is, again, thinking outside the box. One last idea. This is that in New York City, the High Line. You'll notice there aren't any trees on this. So they're close, but not quite. So they need to start thinking in new ways, and so do we, about how do we get trees into places where we're going to have compact development or infill or all those things, and we have competing interests. Think new ways. Again, my expectations, this is sort of saying what I want you to take out of this meeting. I want you to go away believing that trees are critical to community health. And when I say community health, I mean human health, I mean the health of your businesses, I mean the productivity of your citizens too. Because if they're sick, they're not doing very well for you, if they're fighting asthma. Multi-partnering. As far as that goes, again, Venn diagrams. Think Venn diagrams. Who do you need to partner with who can help you do something different from how you do it now? And then lastly, the responsibility is ours. You know, this is our 4th Greenprint Summit, and a lot of times people say, well, the Tree Foundation should do this. Well, I'm looking at you and I'm saying, okay, we know we have a lot to do, and we are a mighty but small nonprofit. But what do we all do? Because the responsibility is all of ours to make this happen. In your neighborhood, at your business, it might be something. We have McDonald's, who's one of our sponsors. It might be something about planting more trees at McDonald's. So think about that. Oh, lastly, well, not quite lastly, not quite. Everybody always says, what does the Tree Foundation do? if they don't know us. And most people have a very small vision of what the Tree Foundation does. They think that we plant trees. We do that. But we also do a lot of education, whether it's hands-on whether it's hands-on or whether it's with students in the classroom or whether it's at large events like this. We do advocacy. We also do research, and you'll hear more about that today. And that last one said construction. I know everybody's going to get excited about that because you don't think of us as doing construction. But in remaking the landscape, we've decided we have to get rid of the hardscape. And so our projects at Grant Union High School with the Strategic Growth Council grant, and also our project with the Metro Chamber, which was called Cover Your Asphalt, which was supposed to put trees. I know. We have to thank the Leadership Sacramento class for that name. We didn't come up with it. That you have to put the trees in the asphalt and get rid of the asphalt first. But in the end, what do all those things mean? It means that we're building community and that we're all here to create better communities for our families and our friends and our grandchildren. Now we're going to talk logistics real quick, and I know I'm over my 5 minutes. Jason is here to keep everybody on track for time, so if you see a blue thing, that means we're supposed to be moving. This is about conversations today. So we're going to mix up policy and research. People, you might look at these combinations of speakers that we've got and go, why are they all talking together? It's because they are different. We have policy people and then a researcher and then a writer and an editor of the American Journal of Public Health. It's so that we can cross our Venn diagrams. Speed dating, same idea. There's people in the room you don't know. How often do you come to a conference and you say, I didn't get to meet so-and-so? Well, we're going to try. We're going to try really hard. Roundtables. The roundtables will just continue our discussion. About those discussions, when you do speed dating and when you hear the conversations, that's so that you can figure out who you want to have lunch with, because lunch is completely open today. You get to sit with whomever you like. We don't have any speakers at that time. Video. We have Patrick here who's videotaping this so that we can put segments of this on the web in case you miss something. You know, you gaze out for a minute. We're going to have them on the web, and they'll be in like 20-minute segments like a YouTube, and you can check them. You don't have to watch 5 hours at once. These are the leading questions. How will you share what you learn? Which new partner will you work with today? What 3 actions will you take? This is priming the pump, so to speak.